else. Wait, bro. Listen, you need to help me with the intro, bro. I can't lie, I'm a bit nervous, mate. So listen, you gonna help me? You gonna help me, bro? You gonna help me, yeah? Say no more. Okay, we got this. Alright, bro. Anyways, alright, what are the man telling me? You already know who it is. Now listen, 500 years later, we finally got a YouTube video. So let's go. What, are you gonna celebrate with me? Yeah? She's telling me shut up. We finally got a vid, and now I'm gonna try my best to keep posting and getting myself consistent with this. But I got something nice for you guys. So whatever you do, get your popcorn, get your girl, roll one, eat one. I don't even know. Whatever you do, just sit back, relax, like the video, because I know it's gonna be good. Subscribe, and you get me. Turn on the notification bell, and yeah, shout at me the next one, innit? Bye. Oh! I think I broke my camera. Even though I know it's not Halloween, but it's calm, innit?
On a Halloween night in 2011, a small home on Winchester Avenue in Chicago quickly became the scene of a nightmare. After trick-or-treating, a grown 55-year-old man fell into a fury with his partner after discovering that his bag of Hershey's candy was missing. He was convinced that the 49-year-old woman had taken it, and what started as a petty accusation quickly escalated into a heated argument.
I should link you this year,
Shouting grew louder and tempers boiled over. In desperation, and perhaps in an effort to also protect herself, the 49-year-old woman hurled a plate at the man's head, striking him in the face and cutting above his eye. The injury, later visible in the mugshot taken of him, only stoked his anger further. With dripping down his face, the man reached for a kitchen knife, and consumed by rage,
what are these animations, bro?
Striking the woman multiple
times.
Damn! Neighbors later recalled hearing chaos and screams echoing from inside the home. Unsure as to whether or not the noises were Halloween decorations, police were eventually dispatched to the area.
People
When
be doing the
officers
most.
arrived, they found the woman gravely injured. She was rushed to Cook County Hospital, where she lingered in critical condition for nearly a week. Despite doctors' efforts, her injuries proved fatal, and she later passed on November 5th. The man was arrested soon after and booked on felony charges. What had begun as a trivial Halloween quarrel between two adults
Oh,
ended
guess
in one
he's
of the
living up
most
to the
brutal
Halloween
of
fright.
ways.
Man said that.
On October 31st, at a thriving Halloween carnival, a 51-year-old man would step into the bustling streets dressed in a costume of burlap and straw, eager to join the thousands celebrating beneath pulsing lights and music. But in a sudden, tragic turn, the man's night of festivity shifted into pure trauma. The man joined the crowd in an energetic dance, and in the midst of the excitement, he wanted to take a break and light a cigarette. In his attempt, the flame from his lighter caught the edge of his costume's hood, and in an instant, his entire outfit ignited. Due to its material, the costume was extremely easy to burn, but difficult to put out and take off. The man would try ripping the costume off of his body, but its contents had already begun melting into his skin. As for the crowd around him, they at first thought it was a prank
looks
or
like
some
Jack
sort
the
of
Ripper.
fire stunt
You should
woven
watch
into the
Schlep
Halloween
vids from
event.
like 2 years ago.
It should be noted that most of them were heavily intoxicated, so their rationality and judgment skills were extremely impaired at the time. As the blaze spread violently, it swallowed him whole like a fish. His figure staggered into the mass of dancers engulfed in fire with his arms flailing in a desperate panic.
The THSD is bad.
Continued cheering. Individuals were so impressed by the stunt that they had begun to record the screaming victim. Only when the man's screams got louder than the music at the carnival did a few sober witnesses realize what was going on. They rushed in to help and tried to rip off the burning pants and jacket that were now clinging to his skin. People took water bottles from their backpacks and emptied it onto the blaze, while others in the crowd continued chanting, snapping pictures, and dancing to what they perceived as a stunt.
Jesus Christ!
He was barely recognizable.
Wait, no, too much. It's too much. I can't lie. I don't think I should have watched this. Man said. So wait. So this is why I don't like Halloween on a G thing. This is why I actually don't like it. So he went carnival. Broski, are you good? Why are you coughing like that, man? I was even saying, bro, you're coughing like you're gonna die, bro. Anyways, so my man went carnival and he had a straw thingy, whatever. He lights a lighter to burn a cigar, and then he just ends up getting flamed. Man, them are seeing this. They're drunk. They're getting gassed. They record. Then they realize, oh shit, he's on fire. and then they try to put him out when they could have did this from time. Ay, man. Oh,
Always
fuck.
feel like I'm gonna get murked on Halloween.
Bro, I lie. It's Halloween's just too evil. Oh, Jesus protect us, bro. Holy crap. Anyways, what did he die?
Hospital, the man ultimately passed away from his wounds.
Jesus Christ. The Hello Kitty incident. What?
20
Viewer beware. Bro, this thing say, bro, off rip, bro. Okay, let me just hear this.
3-year-old mother in Hong Kong would continue navigating her life in an environment tainted by hardship. She was an orphan as a child, and as she grew up, she became addicted to abusing substances and other things. She worked at a nightclub in one of Hong Kong's red light districts, Tsim Sha Tsui, where a 34-year-old mob boss frequently visited her for services. The gangster was known to be extremely dangerous as he had a horrible temper and would often do cruel and
Storyline to
unusual
Karate
things
Kid
to
2
people who
deleted
wronged him.
scenes.
One day, after
Wait,
the
wait, man said he tried to put JJK spoilers.
services. The gangster was known to be extremely dangerous as he had a horrible temper and would often do cruel and unusual things to people who wronged him. One day,
No,
after
only
the two
joking,
met
my
with each
bad.
other, the mobster would accidentally forget his wallet at the venue. Upon seeing that it contained 4,000 Hong Kong dollars, the woman would secretly steal it to help her own financial situation for herself and her son. The mob boss found out, and out of fear of what he'd do to her, she immediately returned the money back to him. However, he wasn't satisfied. He demanded that she pay an additional $10,000 back to him as an interest fee for her thievery. Obviously, she couldn't meet those requests. On a
Oh shit! I know this. I've seen this. Rotten Mango. I know I've seen this. Oh my days. Wait, just in case, I'm gonna call it right now. Basically, she
definitely got chinged.
Yeah, she got chinged or whatever, and then they stuffed her into a Hello Kitty thing and left her there. And then a kid called the police saying that the Hello Kitty thing's haunting her, and she called Jake's. Jake's came. They were like, okay, cool. They were skeptical at first, but they still came. Then they found it. Then it was all long. I'm calling it right now.
As the woman made her way into her apartment after her shift, she'd hear knocks at her door. It would be 3 members of the Triad gang and a young girl who claimed that they wanted to settle the dispute with a more reasonable fee. Also, side note,
Also,
the
it's
young
a
girl
scrim at
seen here is
25.
actually
Yeah.
the mob boss's girlfriend. Remember how I said he's 34? Well, she's 20 years younger than that. Just, yeah. Anyway.
Yep. Okay.
Stuff it to a toy is crazy.
Bro, just follow on because I may be right.
As soon as the woman opened up the door, they ripped her out of her apartment and drove her to a rundown flat on Granville Road in Kowloon. It was there that her final horrific month of torture began. Her captors beat her with pipes, suspended her in the air with wires, burned her with wax and plastic, and rubbed peppery spices into her wounds. Each day blurred into the next. It was a cycle of torment designed not only to punish her, but to strip away at her humanity. Neighbors heard nothing beyond the walls.
She was
but within
forced
them,
to
suffering
smile.
No life is actually scary.
Jesus.
was routine. After nearly a month of agony, her body could no longer endure the mistreatment, and she would pass away from the monstrous acts of the gang. Upon realization, the mob boss had his men
Feel bad for these people,
disposing
G.
of her remains in bags and pieces
Yeah.
to clear themselves of any evidence. However, in a grotesque and cruel twist, the boss would have her skull boiled clean, polished and preserved, and then stitched into his girlfriend's Hello Kitty plush.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I fucking knew it. I can't. You see them man there? They laugh.
He knew it.
I knew it. I knew it, bro. Oh. Oh. No.
That is wrong.
Bro.
Actually, I don't really feel comfortable considering her his girlfriend. I mean, the man's quite literally old enough to be her father.
Proper.
But nonetheless, night after night, the young girl would be faced with the doll as she lived with the mob boss, and he kept it in the flat they were living in. She wouldn't be able to escape the sight of the toy, and as time went on, it began haunting her. She'd start seeing hallucinations and apparitions of the woman's ghost. The spirit would follow her every day, weeping dreadfully. It'd stand by the corner of her bed, staring at her every night, and if the girl ever fell asleep, it'd show up in her dreams as well, and turn them into nightmares. In her words, she said that it kept haunting her while demanding justice.
Yep.
It got so bad that the girl developed insomnia, and
I
for
might not
weeks,
leave my room
she'd
again.
barely eat or
Yep.
sleep. Eventually, she broke. She ran to a nearby department, and reports from the Kowloon police station say that she turned up at the building shaking violently. As mentioned from witnesses, rather than her saying that she has a crime she needs to confess, the first words that left her mouth were something around the lines of, "I keep seeing her. I can't sleep. Please, she won't stop crying. She won't leave me alone." She was literally traumatized. The girl told police absolutely everything they needed to know, and officials set out to arrest everyone who was involved. The three men. Actually, they don't really deserve to be called that. The three criminals
Insomnia
were all
would be
sentenced
crazy
to
at
life
that
in
level.
prison with a 20-year minimum before parole. The young girl was placed...
This was the mob boss. The one in the third one. Oh. Let me not even say too much
Looking
before
like BTS.
let me not even say too much before. God forbid I become that. I'm sorry. Let me chill. But that is all mad. That is all mad, bro. Yeah, I can't lie. You see me? Nah.
protective custody, and after the trial, it was noted that she was seeing the ghost less. However, she'd still go on to experience nightmares
People
and
like the need
auditory
to just go
hallucinations
unwillingly.
of the
Bro.
woman weeping. The last thing that was heard of her before she was relocated with an identity change was that she was being given psychological treatment and correctional therapy. These aren't just horror stories, they're real events. And they're all so wrong, in so many ways. Halloween is meant to be scary in a fun manner, not in a cruel and dangerous one. To ensure that happens, make sure to group up, stay close to your friends, drink responsibly, and always check your candy twice. Take care of yourself and keep your loved ones safe. Without further ado, have a happy Halloween.
Could be a movie on No Joke Ting.
Oh, Jesus Christ, man.
I bet I did. You coward. You make me sick. Your weakness is pathetic.
You dirty little rat. Oh, look at that dog. Could be a movie, I'm telling you, bro. That dog's so cute. Do you know?
Actually,
Oh,
it's a
man!
horror
No.
movie.
Do you know? That was calm. I can't lie, I actually like that one. I like that one still. But for the vid anyway, listen, if you guys enjoy this, make sure you leave a like, make sure you subscribe. I know this one's a mad thing, but you get me, I know it's not Halloween as well, but I'm sorry. I thought it was gonna be a calm thing, but it ended up being brazy off rip. I didn't mean for this to happen. I promise you I watched it the same way as you guys. But with that being said, take it easy. I love y'all, and I'll see you in the next one.